I never expected this to happen. Out of all the games I've played, I didn't think Battlefield 6 would be the one helping me level up in Call of Duty. Because if you played both, you know they feel completely different. Different pacing, different maps, different mindset. But after spending time in Battlefield and then jumping back into COD, something clicked. My awareness felt better, my positioning felt smarter, and my gunfights felt more controlled. So in this video, I want to break down how Battlefield 6 is sharpening my Call of Duty skills, what actually transfers between the games, and why I think more COD players should use Battlefield as a training tool, especially if you're serious about ranked. Why I even started playing Battlefield? I didn't jump into Battlefield because I was bored of COD or stuck. I've been grinding Call of Duty for years, but after a while, COD can put you on autopilot. Same routes, same habits, same reactions. Battlefield immediately took me out of that comfort zone. The skill alone forces you to slow down and think. You're not just reacting, you're reading the entire battlefield. And that difference is where the improvement starts. Map awareness, thinking ahead instead of reacting. One thing Battlefield absolutely forces on you is map awareness. In Call of Duty, maps are smaller. Spawns flip quickly. You can sometimes get away with tunnel vision. In Battlefield, if you don't understand where enemies could be, not just where they are, you're getting punished instantly. You start asking better questions. Where are my teammates pushing? What angles are exposed? Where would I flank if I were the enemy? When I brought that mindset back to COD, the difference was immediate. I wasn't surprised as often. I wasn't getting shot in the back nearly as much. I was anticipating fights instead of stumbling into them. That alone raises your consistency. Positioning over pure speed. Call of Duty rewards speed, but speed without positioning is just reckless. Battlefield doesn't let you survive on movement alone. You learn very quickly, bad positioning equals instant punishment. You're forced to use cover properly, hold smarter angles, back off instead of ego challenging everything. When I went back to COD, I noticed something interesting. I wasn't necessarily playing faster, but I was surviving longer, because my positioning was better. And since I'm a ranked player, staying alive and controlling space matters way more than flashy movement.
Nice!
Aim discipline and smarter engagements. Gunfights in Battlefield last longer. You can't just snap spray and reset every 2 seconds. You have to track targets, control recoil, and choose when not to shoot. Battlefield punished panic shooting hard. So when I went back to COD, my aim felt calmer. I wasn't forcing bad fights, I wasn't ego challenging every red name, I was picking engagements I could actually win. That kind of discipline translates directly into better performance. Using sound and information better. Battlefield is loud, but it's informative. You're constantly processing directional audio, distant gunfire, vehicle movement, teammate positioning. Over time, you stop just hearing sounds, you start interpreting them. Back in COD, that awareness carried over. I was reacting earlier, reading flanks faster, catching players before they even appeared on screen. And those small advantages add up fast. Objective play and team impact. Battlefield is objective driven. Kills matter, but they're not everything. That mindset changed how I approach COD ranked in general going forward. I have to rotate earlier, play smarter routes, support teammates instead of chasing kills. Even if my kill count isn't crazy, my impact will be higher. And if you play ranked, you know that's how games are actually won. Platinum, Battlefield, and what comes next. And this part is important because I want to be clear and honest. I finished Call of Duty Black Ops 6 at Platinum on my own. Battlefield didn't get me there, but Battlefield is getting me ready for what's next. I'm on Call of Duty Black Ops 7 now. Ranked isn't live yet, and instead of waiting around, I'm using Battlefield as training. When BO7 rank drops, Diamond is the goal. Not because Battlefield magically makes you better, but because it sharpens fundamentals that actually matter. Why this approach works. Sometimes improvement doesn't come from grinding the same game harder. It comes from breaking bad habits, challenging your brain, learning to think differently. Battlefield forced me to slow down, think ahead, and play smarter, and those skills transfer into any FPS. So if you're a COD player who feels stuck, or you want an edge going into ranked, you don't have to quit Call of Duty, but using Battlefield as a training ground might just be the move you didn't expect. If you found this helpful, drop a like, If you plan on grinding rank, comment your goal. And if you want to follow the BO7 Diamond Push, hit subscribe. See you on the next one. Peace.